Good evening, Raven fans. Welcome to the Ravery Sports Podcast post game for the draft. So, thank you for joining us tonight. Like and subscribe if you're here. It's like more of you here tonight. So, like and subscribe to all of our social media platforms here on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Twitter. So definitely like and subscribe. Tell somebody you know about the Ravery Sports Podcast where we talk Ravens and Orioles. It's Christmas, Easter, 4th of July tonight. The draft. What just happened? So the Ravens, they go ahead and sign Nate Wiggins, cornerback from Clemson, here in the 30th pick of the first round. It has just been made official here where the Ravens go ahead and sign Wiggins, 30th pick of the first round. What do we know about Wiggins? Wiggins, I think, was one of the three elite corners in the first round tonight. So I think there was three. Quinion Mitchell, I think, for Toledo went also to along with Nate Wiggins and Terry and Arnold. They got pushed back because of all the offense early that we will talk about. So that was unbelievable how many offensive players got taken so early. So it was unbelievable to see that. But this is a guy I think the Ravens look. This is typical Eric DeCosta, Ozzie Newsome, John Harbaugh, best player available on the board. When you're picking 30, I'm sure they didn't even know which way they were going to go. A lot of the offensive tackle need, a lot of those guys were gone. Tyler Guyton went right before. I think a guy they had their eye on. They had a guy went right before Amarius Mims, Jordan Morgan. A lot of those guys were already gone. A lot of offense early. So we'll definitely go over that as well. So the Ravens take a guy, tremendous speed on the outside. This is a guy now, look, Marlon Humphrey, a lot of injuries the last couple of years, as great as he's been for that. Is he? I heard a comment tonight. Is he turning into Jimmy Smith? Is he turning into a guy with some injury issues going forward? So what do? So you go ahead and you do what they always do. Go ahead, get in the draft early, get a guy now. Now you're more solidified. So now the depth chart, you got Marlon Humphrey there, you got Brandon Stevens there, might be coming up on a contract here. Got yourself a little coverage here with Nate Wiggins, along with Arthur Millette, who was terrific last year. Feel very good about that secondary depth chart as well. What now? Why was Wiggins available? I had Wiggins like on the board, like 17, 18 when we did our board earlier. So what happened earlier in the draft? Let's look at earlier in the draft here. Caleb Williams got first pick by the Chicago Bears. No surprise. Um, Absolutely no surprise. Williams was, I think, definitely the best quarterback on the board. And the only thing you could really nitpick is like the weird crying that he had after the game and some other things. But he was clearly one of the top players in the draft. Jaden Daniels, no surprise to me. I had that mocked in all four mocks that we did here. We had Jaden Daniels. The fit with Dan Quinn playing with Russell Wilson before Cliff Kingsbury having a Kyler Murray. This type of quarterback is definitely right up their alley. The Pats get Drake May. They should have been happy with that. I think maybe they were taking calls to see if they were somebody was going to give them a ridiculous ransom, and maybe they would have taken McCarthy at that point. Very happy with Drake May. Drake May, tremendous quarterback prospect there as well. Marvin Harrison, this was easy too. I didn't think anybody was going to be able to convince Arizona not to take Marvin Harrison. If somebody told me, and I think it's probably I had him only behind Caleb Williams as far as the big board, as far as all the players that were taken. I had Marvin Harrison second in the draft. He got picked fourth. Very good stuff. Arizona needs wide receivers for them. Makes a lot of sense here. Joe Alt. This is kind of where the draft started. A million mock drafts I saw. Everybody was thinking that the Chargers are going to trade. Only up until today, they didn't happen. Joe Alt. This is absolutely a Harbaugh family type pick. Joe Alt is a go breeder. You haven't seen Joe Alt. This guy knocks guys over, knocks them down. Just watch the film and go, oh, if he's just kicking guys way down the field. Because I don't think there's any of the offensive linemen, folks, even in the good offensive field. Malik Nader had this one knocked for a while too. Got to get Daniel Jones some help. Second kept saying they were on the phone for a quarterback. I kind of didn't buy that as well. I think with the money you're spending on Daniel Jones, you're spending $40 million on him. Get him a wide receiver. I mean, that's the one thing you can do. Get him some help. Get him a better wide receiver. So definitely they did that. The Neighbors, some people had him one, I think two. This is about him. Jason Latham, little bit higher than I had him, but I can tell you what, very impressed with him. The size that he looks better than he is. I kept saying that. Big, strong guy. He's like the right tackle. He can play left tackle. He's more athletic than people. He's going to surprise a lot of people with that. So I think they would have taken Joe Always in there if he was on. They take J.C. Racing. This shocked the AC double hockey sticks out of me. With all the money they spend on Kirk Cousins, they go out and they draft Michael Penix in the first round. This is, here's what's hilarious about that. They can sign, and I'm going to say it one more time, they can sign Lamar Jackson last year and not even have to do with anything. So you spend all this money on Cousins, you spend a first round pick on Penix, now you overcompensate that. Cousins came out and said, well, you not a question. No kidding. He just left. You sign on him, you take a pick in the first round. When you take a guy, I think that a lot of the time. I mean, you need to play like this because actually, you got that. That's just odd. It's good. It's happen. There's a throw with Roman Denzel. I think he was absolutely one of the best wide receivers. I thought right there with they were brilliant in that. So he gets a target in the same conference with the quarterback, Roman Denzel at nine. Jerry McCarthy. So they traded up. It wasn't trade. There was only really one spot to suggest. That McCarthy, no, I thought this was a bad one. So they're probably happy with this. They still got to keep the thing there. Keep it out. To see what the risk is. Just the one. Overall, passenger, very interesting. I think the prospect that we had on their team. Very unique. Very unique. Doesn't look like that. It's very unique. Very unique. I was expecting it to be like that. So, we had a choice. A lot of people were saying you should just keep the boys doing this. They didn't have a certain just, they didn't even have the point confidence. That's what happened. It's false. Well, so Nick Higgins is now your year's member of the medical meeting here. You're over there on entry and a process. Your entire agency, the entire country, nice interest from all of us. This is awesome. I love it. Love it, man. Love it. Thank you for all people asking for that. Thank you for all your podcast. Thank you. Thank you so much. You enjoy all the things.